What's up, guys? How's it going? Okay. What's that doing? Internet was acting up earlier, so couldn't stream. How's everybody doing? Oh, I'm gonna stream very long anyway.
All might show his will. That is what I stand.
Just doing my dailies. And the internet was acting up earlier, so I couldn't jump on. It was really bad. Yeah, but it's fixed now. I don't know what time did I do artifacts yesterday? I don't even remember. I thought I did them around 3:30. I guess I didn't.
Nowhere to hide. Here, what?
switch up. Official. Official, get in here.
In the name of the princesses. Oh, reveal that. Got lucky that time. With sword comes death.
As you wish, Snake.
Don't nice and spicy. By royal decree. Speed of light. To the taste. Don't blink. Oh, reveal light. Shadow Raven, let night. With sword comes death. By royal decree. To the taste. Speed of light. Oh, reveal. Got lucky that time. Nowhere to hide. Wings of darkness, come. Speed of light. Nice and spicy.
Last one. I did my dailies, I did the fishing event, got the objective done. Just artifacts after this, that's it. I mean, I could do Spiral again and reset today, but we'll do it another time. Do it this week. That's what we see it.
With sword comes death. only creep. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Oh, it's revealed that speed of light. Oh, protect us. Acrobat is the fire. Sword comes down.
Alright, that's it. Lots of those.
I would like to catch a snowflake, but once you have them in the palm of your hand, they melt away all the more quickly.
This is great. I feel so relaxed all over. I could almost float away.
Another test subject.
Anybody else talk or nothing or anything, welcome to do so. Not doing anything remotely interesting except artifact farming. So if you want to talk, you can. I said nothing really interesting.
Flash! That's a good board. I can't watch it. Burned too brightly.
Can't run from it. Another test subject.
It's some melty blood. No, new trailer's gonna be showing tomorrow. Or sometime Thursday. It's technically Thursday already. But yeah, they made the announcement yesterday. Next character reveal. So, based on what I'm reading, it might be the last two characters might just both be brand new characters. It might not even be another returning. Which is very likely. Based on if you know the plot and the characters already in the Tsukihime visual novel. Oh yes, that one doctor chick. She was really sexy.
Another test.
I like her. I saw a picture of her. Like, ooh, I like her. She looks pretty cute. I wonder if she'll be one of the characters. I would definitely vote for her if I had a choice. I don't even know what her fighting style would be.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Fireworks are gonna get soaked. Let's find shelter quick. Oh, we're not gonna make it. This is great. I feel so relaxed all over. I can almost float away. This is great. I feel so relaxed all over. I could almost float away.
Yeah. Pretty much fucking that. Should have put some crit rate on it. Crit rate would be good. Doesn't need all that attack. It's so damn much. It's a bit better. Get that up to the max. That'd be good for her. Not the most ideal artifact, but not bad stats. Yeah, yeah. It's 30 something percent crit rate. Put her up. Yeah, it should be up in like 60%. Yeah, like 60, 63, 64% crit rate. Oh, make her pretty devastating. Damage. Energy charge. Good. I think that's everything. That's everything. Everything looking pretty good right now. Yep. It's everything. Yeah, like I said, not gonna be much going on. Next couple of days, just waiting for the next banner. But like I said, I'm probably not even gonna pull on it, to be honest. Probably gonna skip it. I don't know, Komimi or Koyimi. She's not somebody I really care to get. I don't even know the Hydro user. She's cute, but yeah, I think I'm gonna skip her. Let's see what's going on here. Nice. I've seen this game before. I was watching, I think my friend was checking this out. Look kind of cute. Like the artwork, animations look nice. I don't know if it's my type of game. It's Rogue. I'm not a big fan of Rogue. That looks cute though. I like the little character. He's pretty neat. Have to keep an eye on this one. Again, it's Rogue, so I don't know if I'd really care for it that much. Yeah, I do like the art and stuff. It's pretty neat. Keep an eye on that in the future. Let's see. Sword. Yeah, this came out today, I think, or yesterday. Oh, there's a patch for Windows. Still gotta get back on this game. Been meaning to. I just haven't done it yet. Oh man, slept like crap today. Went to sleep and didn't fall asleep till like 6, and then I woke up at 8:30 and I couldn't go back to sleep. I had to stay up and do some stuff. I took like a 2-hour nap and then I woke back up, so I'm hoping I'm gonna sleep in today. Try at least get 8 hours sleep. Luckily, I don't really have to do much tomorrow. But yeah, Friday I'm gonna be out most of the day, and then Saturday, like I said, I'm gonna be out most of the night. So you guys probably won't see me till like really late. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get back on Saturday, because I'm guessing I'm not gonna be back home till like 11 o'clock at night. So obviously that's pretty late. So I might just, I could just stream Genshin and just go to sleep, but we'll see. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to beat Ys 9. I want to beat it. There's other games I want to beat too. Just thinking around, making the time for it. Yeah, Ys 9, and then try to beat. I already beat Tormented Souls, so it's done. After Ys 9, I have 2 weeks to hopefully beat that. I want to focus on that so I can get rid of it, then I can do Melty Blood. Well, I want to play Melty Blood undisturbed. So I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks I just focus on Ys 9. So Friday, I get home, I'll play Ys 9 all night. And Saturday, I might not. I'll play probably just a little bit and then jump over to Genshin. Depends how I feel, because I might be really tired. I don't know yet. Really depends how I feel. If I feel up for it, sure. But if not, I might just cut. Might show up later. Just do Genshin for 2 hours and go to sleep. the following weekend, I got a party that I'm hosting, and I'm probably gonna be busy till like 11 o'clock at night. I'll be busy all day, probably for like 8 hours, and after that, so the next 2 weekends are gonna be the same spiel. I'm not gonna be able to stay and be on until really late. But the following weekend, like I said, the 29th. Let's see if I can get that day off. Let's see. I want to take, because I have these 2 days off. Let's see if I get the 30th off. So I can, because on the 2nd I have a garage sale. I gotta help my mom with, and I'm gonna be fucking exhausted on the 2nd. I usually get up at like 5 in the morning. Go to her house at 6. We set up around 6:30, and then we stay there till like 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a pretty much half day thing. I'll be fucking dead tired. So I definitely don't want to work Friday, and I don't want to stay up too late Friday. So I'll probably go to bed like around 12 or so, get like a 6-hour nap. What's up, Samurai? How you doing? Yeah, only 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away till the game comes out. I know. I'll be streaming it day one. But I'm gonna see if I can get that Thursday off. We'll see. I don't know yet. I have to wait and see. I mean, I have plenty of time off. It's just I'm trying to preserve my time off right now because I used a lot when I moved. I used like 48 hours of time, so that's a lot of hours to lose for your PTO. I'm trying not to spend it right now because I know over the holiday I'm gonna have a bunch of PTO. I'm gonna be predicting probably like 120 something hours, 140 hours, something like that. Because I have a feeling we're gonna get compensation. We're gonna get, all the time we'll be working, all the overtime we're gonna get. So I'm gonna be having plenty of sick time and paid time off. But I won't be able to take it probably till like February or later. Well, it comes out on the 29th, right? But you gotta understand, on Steam, it comes out. There's no like time zone for Steam. It just comes out. Like Steam I don't think works the same way. I think it's just universal. I can see what the time. Here you can see it on Steam. I think the Steam it says 9:30, but it doesn't say specific time. So, I'm getting the Steam version. I'm not getting it from Japan. I'm not getting PS4 version. I could get the PS4 version, but I'd rather play it on Steam. For one, it's free online. I don't want to have to spend for PlayStation Plus. That's another reason why I want to play it on Steam, because you don't need PlayStation Plus to play these games. That's the beauty. That's one beauty of Steam, man. Steam is beautiful because it's free online. Yeah, you gotta love it. It's a big selling point for Steam. They make so much money on their platform that they don't have to charge for an online service. I'm grateful they don't. It would suck if you had to pay for like Steam Online and be like, oh god. I mean, I'm sure everybody and their mom would pay for it, but it'd just be one of those, really, guys? Like, you're gonna really make us do online on this shit? Like, please don't make us do that. Why do you want to get it on two systems? What's the point of getting it on two systems, dude? Just get it on the one you're gonna play. I mean, honestly, Xbox? Why do you want it on Xbox? Let's get it on PlayStation, dude. PlayStation is gonna be the most popular choice because it's PS4. Most people have a PS4. I think PC is gonna be because the requirements are a lot higher than most people's computers. Like most people crowd plays on potatoes computers, so your potato computer cannot run this game. You need a decent level computer to run this game. So I think a lot of people are going to buy the PS4 version, in my opinion, based on popularity and accessibility. Majority of people out there have a PS4. And the PS4 still has at least 2 years of life left in it before it becomes obsolete. I mean, Xbox is hardware, yeah, it's better. And I do like the Xbox Game Pass, it's cool, but I have a PC. My PC is going to be better than any Xbox. Xbox Series X doesn't match my PC's power. So there's no reason for me to buy an Xbox Series X. Like, why would you? My computer is way stronger than the Xbox Series X by a mile. Like, you put them side by side, shit, my computer would shit all over it. But I think as a pay model and value, Xbox Series X is a good value. But the Xbox Series X is an amazing value. For $300, you can't build that nice of a computer for how much what it gives you. And the fact that you have Xbox Game Pass and all that stuff, it's good value. Like I said, Xbox is doing it better. Problem is with Xbox, and this is the main reason why I don't care for Xbox, is the games. Most of the games that are on the Xbox are not exclusive to the Xbox. So it's like, okay, every single game on Xbox can be played on PC almost. I say like 95% of the library can be played on PC. So there's no incentive for me to play on Xbox. Like, why would I? If I didn't have a PC, sure, I'd get an Xbox Series X and Series S since I call it a day. You know, but if you have a gaming computer, there is no incentive to buying an Xbox. There really isn't. So that's all I'm saying. It's just because the Xbox is a PC. They both run on Windows. It's just what kind of PC do you want? You want a more compact, cheaper PC, or do you want a PC that has the works? Obviously, yeah, money-wise, yeah, PC is the worst value. That's right now the way the economy is right now. Yeah, PC is by far the worst value. You're going to be spending big money for a good computer. Like my computer, if I bought my computer the way it is right now in the store, shit, if I had to buy like, the bullshit prices, $1,500 easy. My PC's probably worth that much. Just the computer. Not the monitor, not the sound system, not the peripherals, just the fucking tower. It's probably $1,500 just for my computer. So it's like, yeah, that's a lot of money. I can buy both next-gen consoles and a Switch. I could own all the consoles for the same amount of money. So yeah, you think of it in that way, it's, value-wise, it's crap. Granted, I didn't pay that much for my computer. I would never pay $1,500 for my computer. That's fucking asinine. Yeah, crossplay. Well, that's up to the developers, man. I mean, if they don't want to do crossplay, that's up to them. They're the ones that decide. It would be a perfect world if everybody could play with everybody. PC, Xbox, and PS4 and Switch could all play together. That would be an accomplishment. That would be amazing. you can imagine how healthy the community would be, because everybody would be able to play. It would just be one community across just one game. That would be epic. But of course, we don't see that, and we're probably never gonna see it. We see it on MMOs. MMORPGs is okay. Like you can do cross-platform on MMORPGs for some reason. Final Fantasy 14, no problem. PS4, PS5, PC, Mac, all that shit. Oh, you can play with each other, no problem. But when it comes to a fighting game, it just seems like it's pulling teeth. For some reason. So I obviously smell bullshit. They probably make it really hard for these guys to do it. That's probably why they don't bother doing it. Otherwise, everybody would be... If it was that easy, just flicking a switch, everybody would be doing it. Nintendo needs to make a stronger system. The Switch is so weak. Like, I'm sorry, but like the Switch is really holding that system back. That platform. Like Nintendo is like God, it's like so far behind. Cell phones are more powerful than the Switch. My cell phone is probably more powerful than the Switch. So that just tells you, like, it's like, guys, like, you need to make a little bit more competent system, you know, for something, you know, more current. Because it just, the games, I think, suffer because of it. Like, you notice certain games run like shit on the Switch because of hardware limitations. Look at the biggest one of the biggest examples that was a big title was The Legend of Zelda. Not Hyrule Warriors, the Breath of the Wild one, whatever it's called, something Warriors, whatever the fucking name is called. But anyway, that game runs like crap on fucking Switch. Like, holy crap. That game is utter disaster on the Switch. It runs like 15, 20 frames per second. And it looks ugly. I'm like, oh god. Like, you play that game, you're like, this looks terrible. Like, why would you want to... And the problem is, there's no other option. You have to play it on that system. And I've seen it on PC with the emulator, and it makes it look fucking amazing. Like, oh, wow, the game actually looks good. And it runs good. It runs at least... I think they have a mod for it to make it run 60 frames. I think the Switch version's capped at 30. So, you're already getting, like, a really half-assed experience. So I'm just saying, you know, I just think the Switch is just a very weak system. It needs better hardware. The components inside are just really old and just really weak. I mean, the Xbox Series S costs as much as a Switch and is like probably 10 times more powerful. Imagine if the Nintendo Switch ran with the Xbox Series S hardware, how much better the games would run, how fast they would load, how much better they would look, the frame rate would be higher. You could probably run 4K on the games. You can't do that on the Switch. Switch is like 720p for the most part. Very few games run at 1080. But you look at that and you just go, oh man, how terrible that the system's going to suffer. Like, I worry about the new Metroid. Is Metroid Prime 4 going to run like shit on the Switch? Is it going to be like 20 frames, 30 frames per second? Because I'm thinking to myself, man, they're going to have to really cut back on the graphics if that game's going to run smooth. Just saying. Breath of the Wild 2? I mean, Breath of the Wild 1... runs okay. Like, it runs like 30 frames. I promise you it won't run 60. No way. Because Breath of the Wild 2 is not going to run 60. It'll run 30. But it just seems like when you have those kind of compromises, they're like, dude, it's 2021. Who makes games that are based around 30 frames per second? It's just like, come on. 60 frames is like the standard now. All games should run at 60 frames per second. It just the Switch is just like you're forced to lose quality because Nintendo makes a bad decision to not improve the hardware. They just no. And imagine the Switch in like 3-4 more years, like how much worse it's gonna get, and how much further behind Nintendo's gonna get compared to. I mean, they're already talking about the PS5 Pro, and the new Xbox Series X is gonna get like a Pro version. They're already talking about that shit. Like just further leaving Nintendo behind. Like, yeah, Nintendo better do something. Like, you're gonna become irrelevant. The only reason why the game survived was because it's Nintendo and because it's portability. That's the only reason. If it wasn't for those two things, that shit would be left in the dirt. I just think Nintendo value-wise, you're not getting that good a value. You're not getting a very strong platform. And you can imagine how many developers don't want to develop on it because of limitations. What about Sonic Colors? What about it? Didn't it have a lot of problems? The new one that came out? Say it runs like shit. Like there's like a lot of glitches. I heard there was a lot of problems with Sonic Colors. I mean, I'm nothing against the game. The game is definitely one of Sonic's better games. But I heard it had a lot of problems. You know anything about that? That's what I mean. And look how old Sonic Colors is. Like, how old is Sonic Colors? When did that game come out? Like, seriously, when did Sonic Colors come out? Didn't it come out like years ago? Like, I mean, look at the reviews, dude. He's not looking too hot. I mean, it's on PC too. But yeah, this like it's a good game. It's just it has problems. It's just not. It's just not the platform of choice. And even then, the fucking the other ones aren't good either. This is probably a bad port. It's like, man, even the other versions are bad. So it's just bad porting, but it's also, and I'm sure the Nintendo platform doesn't help either. So not only is it a shitty port, it's a fucking on a weak system. So you got two problems right there, two fucking problems. Yeah, they're probably not going to, though, dude. You know that. Come on. You know they're not going to. Sega, man. Sega is so questionable, dude. Sega makes a lot of questionable decisions. I don't particularly trust Sega in terms of their marketing and decision making. They've made a lot of bad decisions. I don't know how they stay afloat with how many bad decisions they make. Just bad ports, bad timing. Localization is terrible. Like in terms of like how long it takes. Like I don't know. I'm still laughing when they brought out Dengenki Bunko Fighting Climax. They were, oh man, it's coming to the States. Oh man, get ready. And then, literally a week later, I think it was a week later, a week before, They're like, oh yeah, new version of Dengeki Bunko Ignition comes out in Japan. It's like, why the fuck did you even bring out the first one here in the States? No one is gonna buy it. They're just gonna wait a week and get the newer one. Like, why would you buy the old one? And they wonder why the game flopped so hard. Nobody bought it. I was like, geez, I wonder why. It's like genius, duh. Like, are you stupid? Why would you do that? Like, so dumb of Sega to bring that out. And they have the audacity to question, well, how come nobody bought it? Like, come on, dude. Are you that dumb? Sega does a lot of shit like that. My friend works for Sega. He tells me the bullshit with them. He says, dude, this company sometimes, you got the monkeys running the circus, man. They don't know what they're doing. Like I said, I don't know how they stay afloat with how much mistakes they do. Like, they make some good games, like the Atlas team is pretty good. That's probably one of the better divisions of Sega. Atlas does make good products. But it's just, I don't know where Sega's mind is. I really don't. It's like, it's all over the place. It's just a mess. There's very few Sega games I buy. Like, the last Sega game I bought was Sonic Colors. That was it. Not Sonic Colors, not Sonic Colors. Sonic Mania. That was the last Sega game I bought. I haven't bought anything else by Sega other than Sonic Mania. That was the last game. Because Sonic Mania was actually fucking amazing. It was probably one of their best Sonic games in the last decade. I'm like, dude, hire that guy. Have him make another one, man. Make Sonic Mania 2. Like, that's what we need. We need more of that. Stop giving these shitty Sonic Forces crap games that nobody wants. Just make good old Sonic. You know? That's what people love. And it's like, the game sold exceptionally well. Like, it was probably one of their best-selling Sonic games. And it's like, you guys know what you need to do. You guys know you have the talent. Like, hire him on. Contract him out to make another one. I'm sure he'll do it. And you already know you know it's in good hands. You know he cares. The fans, man, it's what, it's the passion, dude. The fans I have complete faith in the fans. Because the fans treat the IP with a lot of respect. You can tell they love what they do. And that's good. I'm glad that we have that kind of passion in the industry. Because it's definitely not with major AAA companies that they don't fucking care. I mean, you've seen, like, the whole disaster with Madden. Madden 2022, like, it's the worst rated game. Like, it's almost at the worst of all. I have never seen overwhelmingly negative, I think what it says. I think it said overwhelmingly negative. Okay, it went up a little bit. But when it first started, I think it said overwhelmingly negative. I have never seen that before. Like, drop my jaw. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Under 20%? I said, that's... wow. It's just like, yeah, that's just... Jesus Christ. Like, that's terrible. How can you bring out something that bad? And it's like, my God. Like, I don't know how... but then these idiots keep buying it. And you look at them like, man, I got the stupids over here. They keep buying this shit up, thinking it's the best game ever. I'm like, you guys are tards, man. Like, stop giving them money. Like, stop giving this company money. They don't care. They don't try. They don't need to try because everybody keeps buying it. If you stop giving them money, that means they have to try. Yeah, it's like it's the same story with 2K. Same fucking shit. It's just, hey, look, more of the same. Again, with these sports games, they're all fucking awful. Well, the mainstream ones. For some reason, PGA Tour is actually really good. But you know, like one game is good and the other ones are bad. I don't. Again, what the fuck? But yeah, just like stuff like that. You just face palm and you're just like, how does these games sell millions of copies still? The problem is with Madden is NFL is its exclusive licensee to EA. EA has complete control over the NFL market. So anything to do with football, you cannot get another football game. You're like, nope, it's only fucking EA that does football. So you have no competition. So they're like, cool, we're a monopoly. Nobody else can make a football game. So, tough shit. And that's what's terrible. You used to, before, remember when Sega used to make, Sega Sports? When they used to make, like, Sega football and all that, Sega basketball, they would have, like, NBA 2K. They would have, and those games were actually pretty good. I don't play sports game, but just based on what general consensus was. You had choices, and there was competition between the franchises. So there would be reason like, hey, they actually have to try because they have to outdo each other. But when you literally have a monopoly and the company has no competition, they don't have to try. They don't have to lift a finger to make their product worth a damn, and they don't care. They're like, oh, we made $20 million on this game, and we put like $1 million or $2 million into it, and it sucks. Okay, well, people keep buying it, so it's all profit. Let's make another one, and that's all they do. They'll keep rehashing the same game for the last God knows how many years, because that's all they do. They literally just take the previous year game, change up a few things, and say, okay, it's a brand new year. It's really fucking lazy. It'd be nice to have an option, because we need options. Options are always good for the consumer. It's when it becomes a monopoly, the consumer is the biggest loser, because we have no choice. It's either buy from them or don't play. And at that point, though, like honestly, when the games are that bad, I just put my foot down and I go play something else. That's what you gotta do. You just have to. It's almost like an addiction. Like people that play Madden, they love football so much, but they can't stand to not buy the latest one. Even though they know it's gonna suck, they have this wishful thinking like, oh, it'll get better. Just give it a chance. It's not that bad. And they'll go spend $120 on some dumb, digital collector's edition just so they can get some dumb upgrade. And then they keep doing it every year. And it's like, but the game sucks. And then they'll play it for a little bit and they drop it in like a couple days. It's like, why did you spend all that money? Why don't you just play one of the older ones? Like, play the last year's. Shit, they become so dirt cheap when the newest version comes out. The previous year is dirt cheap. So why even play the newest one? With football games and all that really changes is the roster. All it is, they just update the roster. So it's like, okay, whatever. I don't know. To me, it's just I don't see the appeal with sports games because it's not like they really change that much. They really don't. Well, they stopped now because EA just got lazy. They used to be a lot more dynamic. But I just don't see the reason playing the latest sports game. I just don't. I don't see the incentive. Why go spend $80, $100, $120 for the latest sports game? Especially when they come out so often. They're coming out every year. Every fucking year. At least with like fighting games, they're not as often, or like an RPG. It's you gotta wait a lot of several years before you see another one. They should. YouTubers, no, I've seen the videos of them exposing the game, and they should. They should expose them. They're frauds. They should tell people like, hey, don't buy the shit. I mean, I watched Angry Joe's review of it, and he was fucking pissed. He gave the game a 2 out of 10. I'm like, ouch, that's pretty bad. That's almost critical fail. Like, that's like, and I know how much he loves football. Joe loves sports. He plays everything sports. Sports, first-person shooters, that kind of shit. That's what he loves. And he just fucking just destroyed it. And he was like, fuck this game. Fuck everything about this game. All he was just negative, ranting the whole review. I mean, not like they were good, justified points, he has every right to be upset as a fan. It's like, dude, you're insulting the franchise. You really are. You are resting on your laurels. You are exploiting the fact that, hey, one, you own the industry for this franchise IP, and two, because you're EA and you're the only business in town, you get away with it. And no one questions you because people just let you do it instead of voting with their wallet. Because again, imagine in the perfect world, imagine if like they brought out a new Madden 2023, and it didn't sell a single copy. You can imagine like how EA would take that. It'd be like, we didn't make any money. No one bought it. Just because everybody had a unified stand against the company to tell them to go fuck themselves. And instead of the millions of people that keep buying it and just, oh, it's okay, better than nothing. I hate when people try to justify those games and they try to defend it like it's okay what they do. So, oh, well, you need to be grateful there's even a football game, so, you gotta pay them respect because, they're the ones that make the football game. Like, it's just so... Like, no, I don't... You make it seem like I work for them. Like, no, they work for us. They are providing the goods. We determine whether we buy it or not the other way around. So if you're defending the seller to say, hey, they can do whatever they want, you need to buy whatever they give you and shut the fuck up, then no, you got another thing coming. I don't agree with that mentality at all. Oh, there's a lot of people that lie. Dude, there's a lot of fucking people that lie. It's ridiculous how much false advertisement there is. You see people just deceiving and just telling you, oh man, best game ever, 10 out of 10. I mean, when they did that shit with Marvel Avengers, I saw all that fake hype publicity bullshit about that game, and it was just laughable. These people are like, oh my god, this is the next generation of games. This is going to be the best game ever. Oh my god, 10 out of 10, blah, 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 blah. And they just look like a bunch of goobers. And these guys are just fucking lying through their fucking teeth, dude. Because they got paid big bucks to do it. And then people buy the game and it's an utter fucking joke. Oh, look, this game sucks. The game's boring. It's like, well, you're the one that listened to them. You bought it. Tough shit, they got your money. See you later. You don't like it? Oh well. Not our problem. That's what they look at you. They just look at you and go, not our problem. No refunds, sorry. You don't like it? Oh well, we'll pass feedback on to the team and tell them like, hey, sorry, you don't like it. Tough shit. Don't buy it. The only protection you get with games nowadays if you buy used from a store, because usually like GameStop lets you return stuff within 7 days, and then or if you buy it off Steam and use the 2-hour refund policy, that's your only protection. Other than that, you're screwed. You buy a game sealed from a store, you're fucking screwed. The minute you open it, you're in trouble. You don't like it? Oh well. Go fuck yourself. You better hope you like it. But that's the thing, a lot of times I just don't have faith that I'm gonna like it. So a lot of times I just rather just wait. And usually games drop in value so fast, they're just like, hey, look, now it's 3 months later, it's already down to $20. It's like, oh, and where's the hype for it then? No one talks about it. Crickets. You see it a lot. You see a lot of games that lose value really fast. Within a matter of months, they're already discounted heavily. Because no one's talking about it anymore. It's oh, that moment has passed. That ain't the thing anymore. Oh, there's a new thing in town. Okay, everybody shifts attention away from the old thing, goes to the new thing. So the hype is artificial. There's some games that do deserve the price. Like Melty Blood, I think will deserve it. But that's one of the few games I'm willing to spend full price on it because I do want to play it. But I could be one of those guys and wait like 6 months to play it, but then at the same time, I'm like, it's one of those games I actually want to jump on day one. Fighting games are usually a game you want to get on day one because you want to be able to play with a lot of people. Problem is, you wait too long, you lose a lot of the crowd. So I could see why. Yeah, 50's okay. It's okay. I think 40's more reasonable, but 50's okay. So far, no DLC. But we'll see how some people are speculating it ain't going to get any DLC. Some people are speculating if Melty doesn't sell well, it's not going to get any DLC. It's just going to be like, oh, we tried. Oh, this is it, guys. No more updates. Sorry. I hope that's not the case. I hope it does really well, and they see that they got a gem on their hands, and they realize that people love it, and then they're like, hey, and then they make an announcement like, hey, we're bringing more characters. Get ready. They're coming. They can, and push the game more. And then put, free updates, here, hey, jukebox mode, here you go. Just for you guys. And then make each character like $7 or like $5, something like that. I bet you everybody would buy it. Keep the price tag at 50 because the game's worth it. Because you'd be like, hey, it's a good game. It's got good netcode. It's constantly being updated. It's got a future. Then that's good for them because that means French Bread is going to be making some money. Yeah, there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, I'm going to buy it," and then you get those people that never buy it. Like I hate those people that play like Guilty Gear, like no biking, no buying, and then biking comes in. Crickets. Like, I remember when they said that about Zerd. Well, if biking's not in the game, I'm not going to buy it. Okay, and then Rev 2 came. Hey, look, guys, biking. Crickets. None of them bought it. Same thing with Strive. I bet you Strive biking comes in. Crickets. Oh, look, biking's in Samurai Shodown. Crickets. It's such a bitch-ass excuse. Like, dude, you're not gonna buy it. You're making excuses. Like, stop making excuses. Just say you're not gonna buy it. I don't like Guilty Gear, I'm not gonna buy it. Then don't buy it. I don't think I'm gonna buy a season pass 2. I really don't think. I'm gonna skip. I've already bought season pass 1 because I got it with my deluxe edition pre-order because I got it basically for free. I got the season pass for free. So it's like, sure, I'll check out all the characters this pad, but if the October update does nothing in terms of adding anything worth a shit, I'm just gonna be like, nah, I'm done. I don't care what DLC they add. Unless the game changes drastically for the better, which I don't think it's going to. I don't really think it's gonna do change at all. I'm really having doubts about the October patch. I think people are gonna get way too overhyped about it, thinking it's gonna be a game changer. I'm like, it's not gonna be a game changer. I'm really doubting it because after seeing the first patch, which barely changed anything, we're not. And if it's just more of the same, it's gonna be really mediocre changes. It's not enough to make the game change. People are still going to play it the same way. People are not. You don't see anybody coming up with new routes or new strategies. Nothing. It's really not changing much. It's being played the same way. And people still play, but I'm noticing a drop off. Like my friend that used to stream it every day, he doesn't get the viewership like he used to. Like today, you only had like 9 people watching. I'm like, whoa, dude, don't you average like 50 to 80 people a session on tournaments? I only had 9 people watching. I was like, what? Like, we can check and see Steam charts again. See Guilty Gear. See how Strive is doing. Strive. Yeah, it's dropping. It's slowly dropping. It's dropping. See, even, like I said, it dropped half. Then it dropped a good third, like a quarter. Then it dropped another 7%. Yeah, it's slowly creeping down. So you're seeing, see, this is the patch, obviously. This is, whenever you see this, it's patch. It's going down. Like I said, the hype, it dropped significantly. Jumped up here because of patch, because of Gold Lewis. Dropped a bunch, then went back up Jacko. Then dropped a bunch. Like, only time you're going to see a pickup is when it's a new character, and people are not staying very long. They're really not. It's dropping off pretty quick. Like I said, we're seeing that steady decline. It's going down steady. It's not maintaining. It is going down. And you're seeing more of the articles about the game saying, hey, the game is boring. The game is losing the spark. People are already losing interest. And it's true. They are. And it's like, well, duh. It's like the game is shallow. The game doesn't have a lot going for it. That's why you're going to continue to see this trend. It might not plummet to zero or nothing, but if we have another update where it's just the most mediocre shit in October, and it's just like, here's another character and here's a bunch of mediocre changes, it's going to be the same story. Be like, okay, went down another 10%, went down another 5%. It's just going to slowly start declining. Which you're gonna see the difference when Melty Blood comes into play. I think because Melty Blood is actually, an actual fighting game that might stir things up. Maybe we'll see. Because if Melty Blood blows up, you're gonna see a huge loss in player base and Strive. If Melty turns out to be that good. Obviously, we don't know how good the netcode is. People are speculating the netcode might be bad. It might be a disaster. We'll see. I don't know yet. I don't know how. The problem is we have no base to predict how good Melty Blood's going to be because they're not doing a beta. They're doing no testing. We have no, test build, nothing, no reports. So it's just going to be, they're going to throw it into you and go, hope it works. I said, hope you guys know what you're doing because it's going to suck with no testing. I just would hate to see it. The netcode's utter trash and the game just launches like crap. And then the game just dies. At that point, you just shot your own foot. I'm just hoping that the netcode is better. It's really good. I hope they actually got a good programmer to actually put in good netcode. We'll see, though. I mean, we got to see. We'll see. We don't know how much time they've spent working on the netcode. Did you guys put a lot of time into it? Or did you maybe hire the same people that did the netcode for Guilty Gear Strive? You hired them to work, for you guys to get your netcode implemented? Because if they did, I can see, okay, then maybe it won't be so bad. But if they just did it in-house, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious if Melty Blood is gonna be a force to reckon with. Is Melty Blood gonna stir things up? Will Melty Blood prove to be... See, it's been gaining. It's gaining. It's actually going up. I mean, it's good. It's good that Melty Blood is getting increased. I mean, it's not very much players. But, yeah, it's been steadily going up. Steadily going up as it's getting closer to the release. People are interested in the game. That's good. I'm glad it's glad that it's getting noticed. Hopefully it'll have that niche audience that people want. A game that people want. But hey, this is where the real anime fighter game players go. If you want a good anime fighting game, you play Melty Blood. Do you want the mainstream bullshit? Go play Strive. Well, we'll see. We don't know yet. I mean, crossing my fingers. I hope it's good. I'm putting a lot of faith into this game. I'm putting my $50 on you, French bread man. Can you guys deliver? They got Ono backing the game up, so I don't know if Ono is adding anything to the table. Because the fact that they have Ono working on Melty Blood, which is weird. It's like, wow, got a ex-Street Fighter Capcom legend working on Melty Blood. Just weird. It just sounds really weird for me to say that. Yeah, because what was the name of the development team he owns, or what is it called? Yeah, Delightworks. Yeah. Delightworks. That's the company he works for. So maybe with his knowledge, it's gonna do well. But I've been seeing like some negative stuff about this game. Like people are very worried about the parry mechanic. They think the parry mechanic is gonna be too broken. They think it's going to just be free, and then people are not going to think. They're just going to hide behind it all day and just counter everything. I'm like, I said, you don't know yet. I mean, you have to try it out I think the parry mechanic's interesting. It's definitely different from the previous Melty Blood. So, we need to see how it works, because people say, well, it makes Oki weak because you can just parry everything. I said, then don't rush in blind. If you know they're going to parry, bait it. You can bait parries. It's like you can use it against them. People like to parry a lot. Maybe there's a way to get through it. Or if you know they're going to parry move, you get ready to parry them back. It's like, hey, it's like, I know you're going to do it. The way I see it is, you can, if there's almost a way to re-counter back, then it's okay. It just, people make it seem like, oh, there's nothing you can do. You're just going to get parried and you're just dead. Like, just completely stops your pressure and then you're going to get knocked out of your stuff. It's like, well, then anticipate it's coming. Because if it's that good, people are going to use it. You just got to be more careful when you throw out your pressure. Don't just be so cookie cutter about it. Like, hey, throw them off, because what's one thing the parries can't beat? Throws. Throws will beat a parry. They can't do anything if you throw them. So it's like, oh, you're gonna wake up parry? Grab. Oh, you're gonna air block my move and parry my fireball? Grab. There's ways you can stop it, or I'm gonna parry you back. Just like, I mean, that's the way I think. You have to have that foresight to know what's coming. You anticipate the move. So you know it's, you know, if you know it's that strong and you know the options around it, you have to learn the options, of course. Realize that, okay, what is this move? This move has to have a weakness. Or there's a way I can use it against him, make it use it against himself. I think there's a way. That's what I'm thinking when I look at the parry mechanic. It does look very strong, but I still think there's ways to. One thing I noticed too. This is one thing I noticed about the parry mechanic. Whenever you parry somebody, it doesn't stop your momentum. Like if you look at the videos when matches when they fight, when you parry somebody, you're the other person is still moving. It's not like it just stops you dead in your tracks and you can't do anything. No, it's almost like Nitro Plus. Nitro Plus has parrying too, and when you parry, you both characters reset neutral, so it becomes a guessing game on both ends. So if I parry your move, I reset my neutral, you reset your neutral. So it becomes like a mind game. You're like, okay, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna parry me again? Is he gonna throw me? Is he gonna hit me? So you have to kind of know what you're supposed to do, and you anticipate that. Because if somebody just likes to sit there and parry, grab their ass. If they like parrying that much, grab them. Tell them to like stop it. Stop fucking parrying. That's the way I see it. And come on, it's not that hard. Sometimes I wonder if people just don't want to learn. They don't want to actually sit down and understand the mechanics and go, hey, there's a lot of cool mechanics here. Like, instead of just looking at it at the most basic level, like people are just gonna spam this and that's just how, oh, it just beats everything. It's the answer to everything. All you're gonna see is just parry, sit back parry games all day. I'm like, no, I don't see that happening. And even let's just even say the parry is really strong. Let's just say it's strong. It can be tweaked. They can tweak it. They can fix it. Let's say they say the meter game's too fast. I mean, you get it way too quick. Tone it down. Adjust it. Say, okay, well, we need to, hey, we made a patch and we changed a little bit so you don't get it so ridiculously often. I don't want it to be like where I'm just doing it every second because it's a little silly. But, I do want to have the option when it's there. But basically, and also, it's a Roman cancel. That's the thing. The Moon Drive is a Roman cancel. You have a burst cancel and you have a Roman cancel. So you basically have two cancels. So that makes Moon Drive extremely strong because you can use it as a Roman cancel. Which is like, oh, that's scary. That's scary, man. Because you're going to see some insane pressure and combos from that shit. Because I've seen the videos of them canceling out of Moondrive in the middle of like an air combo or something, and then it completely changes the dynamic of the combo. It's like, oh yeah, all these new properties have, now you can do this. I'm like, oh shit. Like, that's scary. Like, you're going to see some sick shit. I'd be like, oh god, I want to do that. Like, that's where the hype, I think, comes in. You seeing these really creative things. Like, people actually experimenting and learning things. Unlike Strive, where you just see everybody do the same fucking thing all day. Strive is literally just, oh look, everybody copies each other. Everybody plays the same way. Everybody does the same combo because it's optimal. There's like no variation. It's so cookie cutter. I don't think you're going to see that in this game. I think this game you're going to just see people just coming up with really strange shit. Look at the old Melty Boys. My god, when you see one Arcwood, you have not seen every Arcwood. They all play different. There's some... I've seen so many different combos and different routes and setups. It's just like, holy crap, like everybody kind of plays their own way. So there's not like... It's not a default template for every character. You're probably going to be able to play the character several different ways. Now, if you want to use them offensively, use offensively. If you want to use them defensively, use them defensively. If you like being in the air more, use more aerial tactics. You want to be on the ground more, be on the ground more. There's options to do it. Or Strive, you can't really do that because the characters are forced to play a very specific way. So the only time you get to mix it up is with Roman cancels, which don't happen often enough. They don't. The frequency of Roman cancels is too small. That's why you don't really see anything hype. Like they were suggesting that they make Roman cancels a quarter. I said, I bet you make the game a lot more interesting. I think it would. Imagine if Roman cancels were only a quarter. How much more stuff you would be seeing going on? You'd be seeing more interesting combos. You would see more interesting pressures. You would see a lot more shit going on if it was down to a quarter, even a third. You would see a lot more going on. Because now you give people access to the big tool that makes the gameplay change. But when you make the frequency of it so small, and you're only doing it like twice a round, sorry. It's nothing special. It gets boring quick. Because you're like, oh, I want to play with. It's like I want to play with the hype button. The hype button only comes out 2 times a match, 2 times a round. That's the hype button is like, oh, after that, oh, sorry, no more hype button. Gotta wait. Aw, that's kind of boring. Well, I want the hype button more often. The hype is what makes the game fun. But no, let's play boring until the hype button. Oh, there's the one time for the hype button. Okay, back to boring mode. That's what Strive looks like when you watch people play it. The only time the game looks even remotely interesting is when Roman Cancel gets put into the mix. It's the only time. Other than that, boring. Ugh, it's frustrating, man. And then people worried about brokenness. I'm like, sometimes I agree with people after playing enough fighting games. Balanced games are boring. Balanced games are boring. It's shit. The more balanced it is, the more boring it is. Look at what they're doing to Grand Blue. They're overbalancing the shit out of it. And it's making the game extremely boring. People are complaining a storm about the latest update, saying the game just ruined the game. They're just making everything so fucking boring. Because they want you to play a very specific way. They don't want you to utilize your moves. They don't want you to come up with anything like, nope, you're going to play like this, and you're only going to play like this. It's like, okay, well, then you don't want me to have fun. And they're basically telling you don't have fun. Don't play the game. Don't learn. Don't try to create your own thing. Just do what everybody else does. I want my freedom. I want to be able to express myself. I want to be able to play how I want to play. I don't want to feel that I have to follow a template just to be good at the game. So it's like, oh, I have to play like this? Okay, well, that's it. You don't feel any individuality when it's like that. Well, matchups are one thing. I mean, knowing a person's arsenal and what they're good at is always something you should know as a good player. You need to play characters to know what their strengths and weaknesses are. It shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all answer for every character. Every character plays different. So obviously, you need to fight each character and figure out what their strengths and weaknesses are. So, and matchup knowledge is always important in any fighting game. It's not just Strive. But ultimately, what comes down to is the lack of fun factor. I just don't have any fun playing Strive. That's its biggest crime to me. It's not fun. It's so boring that nothing could however that game plays the way it plays. It's boring to me in every way. The only time, like I said, it even becomes remotely interesting is when the Roman cancel comes into play. That's the only time. Outside of that, if you literally told me there's no Roman cancel in this game, was Jesus Christ, it'd be so boring to watch. Imagine Guilty Gear Strive having no Roman cancels. Like, imagine if you just played that game without any Roman cancels. How boring the game would be. How uninteresting it would be to play. I could totally envision it too. But like, yep. But that's honestly how it plays half the time. It's boring until you get meter. And people try to justify, like, oh, yeah, exactly. It's Street Fighter. You're playing Street Fighter. But that's why a lot of Street Fighter players like it, because it plays like Street Fighter. Or people that don't play fighting games much, or their first game, it's easy for them, so they understand it. So, when you look at a game like this, I think it's going to intimidate the shit out of people. I think a lot of people are going to get scared on this game. They're going to be, like, legit terrified because they're going to probably get fucking wrecked. Because they're not going to know how to deal with shit. Because they're going to look like, oh god, like, you can chain any button the way you want to? Why is this pressure, like, non-stop? Why can't I do anything? It's like, you need to learn the game, dude. I'm sorry because the gaps in pressure in this game aren't obvious. You know, because Guilty Gear, it's obvious when pressure stops. There's a lot of stop and go. Melty Blood, man, there's a lot of times I don't know when it's stopping. Because there's time when people pressure you and like, man, when are you open? Like, holy crap, you're just in my face. And you're doing so much shit so fast. And you have to really study what the character's doing to really say, okay, where is the gap? You're trying to figure out the gap. Like, how do I stop this? Guilty Gear is not really any of that. It's just like, oh, he did this, well, he's open here. Is my move fast enough to counter? You know, that's what it, like when I watch Strive, that's what I see. No, thank you. I don't want Soul Bad Guy in Tekken. It wouldn't make any sense. Hell yeah, let's put in Strive characters and Tekken with that ridiculous damage, because that would fucking make sense. Let's everybody do Paul Phoenix damage and do, you know, Phoenix Smasher for half your life. Oh, look, that's Guilty Gear Strive. You're so dumb. Nah, I'm good. You can keep that. You can cash that. You can keep that check. I have no interest in cashing that check. Yeah, at this point, like I said, Strive needs to have some drastic change, but I'm just leaning towards it's not going to happen. We will know for sure when that comes October. If it's what I say it is, if it's just minor changes and nothing changes with the system, they don't do any major changes to the gameplay, then I'm going to tell you right there, Season 2 is going to be the same shit. It's like, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Like, I understand the first one was a small patch. Granted, it wasn't very much. But if that's a taste of what's things to come, don't hold your breath on Strive. Really don't. Because it's going to be such insignificant changes that it's not going to save the game. The game is still going to be the same. It's going to be we tweaked a frame here. We gave Soul Bad Guy one extra frame on his Volcanic Viper. Yay. Yay. Like, I don't know, just when I hear, like, changes like that, it's such the most uninteresting changes. Those aren't gameplay changers. Those are not. Those are very small system changes. They don't do enough. Now, if you sit there and told me, "Hey, we brought Slashback back," ooh, like now we're talking. Hey, we made the meters now. There's 3 bars. It's 33% to do Roman cancel. That's a gameplay change. That's huge. that's the kind of stuff like, okay, now you got me interested. Now you're now I like what you're cooking here. You know, like that's when I want to see more of. Or they say, they put tag mode in, add tag 2-on-2, and there's tag combos. We made it where dust now can be. We made dust combos have more variation now. We added more Gatlings. You know, now other buttons can be linked into these, but stuff like that, cumulatively, with a lot of different systems, that makes the game different. That makes the game like, oh, okay, now we're talking. Now we lessen the damage by like 30% with all to accommodate all these changes. Longer combos are now possible. You know, stuff like that. That's the kind of shit. Blue Roman Cancel can now be used more offensively. You know, instead of maybe certain moves can be Blue Roman canceled that don't hit like dash moves. You know, like make it more like a yellow cancel. It's like stuff like that is like, okay, you got good ideas here. Like, hey, this is gonna really shake things up. But that's the kind of stuff that you need to see change. That's what you need to see implemented into the game, I think, to really make the game become something more. But yeah, this whole lose a frame bullshit on moves, that's garbage. That's fucking garbage. That's the most, like, uninteresting way to change a game. So, yeah, like I said, if Guilty Gear Strive changes are just going to be just one frame here, deal, yeah, the game's going to fucking be boring for the rest of its life. Nothing's going to change. Like I said, it pretty much shows that they're doubling down at that point, going, no, we are not going to change anything. This is how it's going to be for the entire game. Sorry. You know, if they said it like that, and it's like, hey, we're just, this is our vision. We don't want to change it. This is the gameplay. This is how it's going to stick. We're not changing it. Like, okay, well, at least you got my answer. And I'm like, hey, all right, I will never give you guys another dollar again. I promise you, Arc System Works, I will never give you guys another dollar again for Guilty Gear games. Because I already know where your future for this series is. You don't care about it. You know, they know who the audience they want. And it's not me. So I don't, to me it's like, see ya, you lost a customer. I'm already on that point right now. I'm ready to turn my back on Arc System Works. I'm already at that point right now where I'm like, if Melty Blood Type Lumina is just like the 9 out of 10 game where I'm like, oh my fucking god, fighting game of the year, I'd be like, fuck Strive, fuck this game, Melty is where it's at. I mean, dude, I made the meme, man. You want to see me make how you want to see the meme I made just for out of the goodness of my heart, just because I had to be a troll. I did the troll meme, man. See, did that shit. You can thank me later. She did that. He was like, so it's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give me the good shit. That's all. I posted that on my channel. I was like, you gotta do it, man. I gotta be that guy. Like, nah, man. Don't give me that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I had to do it. I had to do it, man. I had to make it. I had to be the guy, man. It's like, yo, Melty Bliss is high. Oh man, I felt no sympathy at all for Strive. I was like, yeah, get that PS5 bullshit out of here, man. Give me a fucking cool game, man. Give me fucking that Melty Blood, dude. Give me the real deal, man. Give me the real anime. Yeah, trust me though, I had to make it just because I was just like, Melty, I hope you deliver, man. I hope you just rock my socks off. And I'm just like, and then you just see me just praise to the heavens, where it's like, anime fighting games are not dead. Oh my god, there's a future. The future is alive. You're like, it's alive. That would be awesome shit right there, dude. I will get on my knees and be like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. There's hope still in this world. Yeah, but also, I also think it would tell us too. Let's just think theoretically, this game sells like 100,000 copies at launch, and it does stellar, and everybody's talking about it. I'd be like, that also shows you that there are people that do like those kind of anime fighters. There is a crowd for it, and they don't really have anything to run to. It's for as far as anything new. There's older games, but again, that's older games. We want to see new shit like this. Like, why can't we have new stuff like this? Like, why do we have to relegate to old games all the time? It's like, it almost, I hate that, I hate when people say that shit. Well, you can just play the old games. I don't want to play the old games. I played the crap out of them. They're good games. I'm not saying they're not. They're amazing games. But it's like, I want a new one. Why can I not have a new one? Why am I not allowed to? Like, it make it seem like that doesn't give it an excuse not to exist. Why can't we have a new Melty Blood? Why can't we have, like, I don't know, fucking new rival schools? A new Darkstalkers, a new, I don't know, Bloody Roar, something. Hell, give me another Nitro Plus Blasters. Make a sequel. Well, that was a sequel. Make a third one. Give us Arcana Heart 4. Give us another Million Arthur. Make another anime. Give us more anime fighters with unique IPs. Yeah, why can't we have fun? That's for sure. Don't want to have fun because fun makes other people pissed, apparently. Sometimes I like those jank games just because of the shit you can do. I mean, yeah, it is pretty broken, I will say. There's some stuff like, oh, God. Like, you're just going to get massacred because people know the bullshit. But at the same time, if I had a choice between that and boring-ass, balanced fighting games, I'll take the broken shit any day of the week. At least the broken shit can be fun. At least you can play the game you want to play it. So, yeah, there's definitely a drastic contrast in those differences between the games. But if I had to choose between one or the other, I'll take the fucking broken jank any day of the week. Give me the broken jank. At least jank can be fun. Boring, stale, balanced games just aren't fun. They lose their flavor very fast. Like, what's his name? Teresa said, it's like flavorless gum. You just chew it, and you're just chewing it, and you're not getting any taste out of it. It's gum that loses its flavor fast. Like when you go buy a stick of gum, put it in your mouth, and it literally loses the flavor in like 2 minutes. That's what it's like. You just eat it, and you're like, it's already bad. That's Strive. It's like junk food. That analogy I say, it's food that you eat for a very short period of time, and then after a while, you're just sick of it. Like, oh, God, it's like, I like potato chips. I bet you won't like potato chips. You ate 2 bags of it. You probably get sick of it. It's not something you savor it. Like where you have like a good steak or like a good buffet. You're trying all these different foods and you're just savoring the taste and, filling yourself up with good food, and you're like, oh man, this is delicious. That's what like anime fighting games like Melty Blood are. It's like a really awesome buffet because you get all these different flavors. And you're just and everything tastes really good. Whereas Strive is just it's just potato chips and fucking cookies and donuts. And that's all it is. It's just, and then that's it. There's nothing else. It's just junk food. And I'll be honest, after a while, I get sick of junk food. It makes my stomach feel bad. I feel bad too. I feel like a slob when I eat it. That's how Guilty Gear feels. Strive feels. Like, it does not feel good to play it longer than 30 minutes. And it's like, man, if I'm spending that little on that game, that's not really enjoying it. Like, I want to spend hours and be immersed in the game. I don't want to spend 30 minutes and be like, oh, I'm done. I mean, what kind of shit is that? 30 minutes? What kind of shit is that? Who plays a fighting game for 30 minutes and just says, I'm done? Like, seriously, who does that? Nobody does that shit. What's up, Vix? How you doing? What's going on with you? Good to see you. You came. We're talking about fighting games right now. If you want to participate. Yeah, we're just talking about like what's missing in fighting games nowadays. And I said, yeah, and the big one is the fun factor. That's missing fun factor, man. We're missing fun factor. I think it's absent in a lot of fighting games now. Just the ability to play how you want to play. Like the whole sandbox mentality just seems to be non-existent with fighters nowadays. Like people, like developers make games, they don't make games like that anymore. They make them like, no, you're forced to play a very specific way. You know, it's up to interpretation by the player. No, the developer's like, no, you got to play like this because this is what we think is fun for you. You're basically choosing for me. But I don't want you to choose for me. Don't choose for me. I don't want your damn input. It's like someone telling somebody, oh, I know what's best for you. You need to do what I tell you to. Because that'll be good. I don't want that. Like, don't tell me what to do. Let me do what I want to do. Let me just figure it out myself and explore myself. I want to explore. I want to figure stuff out. I want to make an identity for myself. You give me the tools and I figure it out. And then you just come up with shit. That's what I want. Yeah, there's no, like, dude, every game, look at it, like how many games nowadays don't have no expression. Fucking MK11, zero expression. Strive, very limited to no expression. I will give DBZ credit. The latest DBZ update, holy shit, that game fucking broke the game. But in a funny way, I'm like, looking at all the shit you can do in DBZ now, it's fucking ridiculous. It's like, holy shit, the game is like just bananas now. You can do so much crap now because of all the different cancels, different routes and shit. And it's like, this looks funny. Like, it's so, like, and I can see why people are having a blast with it because it's like, hey, let people just fucking go nuts. Let them have fun. Stop restricting them. They focus so much on balance and making you play a very specific way that it just makes the games feel watered down. It really does. It makes the games feel really watered down and uninteresting. And that's why Strive is losing players left and right. It's the truth. Strive is losing its edge because people are realizing that the game is really not that great. The problem is a lot of people that looked at Strive are looking at it from a not from a Guilty Gear fans. Koru, thank you, Koru. TRG, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. I've never seen you before. I'm sorry. Oh, I wasn't playing fucking Genshin, if that's why you transferred me. I was actually talking about fighting games. Talking about Melty Blood and Guilty Gear Strive and the future of fighting games. I don't know if you're a fighting game player. Are you a fighting game player, Koru? Or are you a Genshin player? Sometimes I get random rates from people that I'm like, oh, is it because I'm showing off Melty? Is that why? I get some just people that I've never seen before just raid me, and they see me talking about Melty, so I'm wondering if that's the reason why you raided me, or was it because of Genshin Impact? Because I turned Genshin like off an hour ago. I don't know if you can hear me, Koru. Can you hear me? Yes, no, maybe so. Giuna, Giuna saving the fighting game community with Strive. Not the game to be leading the charge, man. Not the game to be leading the charge. I'm just sorry, but no, it's not. There's better games you can be leading the charge with. You know, it's funny. Giuna was complaining about Melty Blood. Like, because I got into it with him a little bit. I was like, so, because he's not, he doesn't like the parry. He thinks the parry's might ruin the game. And I'm like, because he thinks that it's going to make it where it's the answer for everything. Just fucking hide behind parry, and you'll just solve everything. Guilty Gear Drive, yes. This shit's major dry, man. It's dry in a bad way. It's not wet, man. This shit's fucking dry. It's stale. It's like bad bread. Nobody wants it. Tastes like shit. Yeah, the Wake Up Moon Drive, because he feels that's kind of like the answer to stop somebody's pressure. Because the slowdown, because it kind of like stops what the person's momentum's doing. So then you can just pretty much put them in their place. And the fact that he says the activation is too often. Because it seems like you gain Moon Drive really fast. So he said you're going to see a lot of Roman cancels, a lot of pairing, because parry stops a lot of the like mix-up game. So he thinks that it's going to be too much. What's the word? Too much. The term he used. Wherever it's too much guessing game. He doesn't like. I guess because you can't control your pressure as well, like when you do Oki, because he loves Oki, and I see why people like Oki. People love mix-up games, but he feels that it makes Oki like kind of worthless because you have an option just to deal with it all the time. So that's what and I can see the problem in a sense where if the frequency is too high, then it can potentially ruin the game. So if you literally can just do it whenever you want and it's just all the time, and then on top of that, if it's so strong that you cannot do anything else to counter it, you basically have to respect it, and there's just nothing you could do to solve it, then that's a problem. Because you don't want to make the parry so strong that it just makes anybody afraid to do anything. You don't want it to be like the brain dead move where just people are going to hide behind it and be like, hey, I'm just going to use this mechanic and beat the shit out of you with it because there's nothing you can do because I know how it works. Then that's not good either. So I don't want it to be that strong. We don't even know the timing on it. Do you just hold it? Do you have to tap for every hit? We don't know. We don't know. The thing is, when we saw those guys play, those guys obviously knew what they were doing. They didn't look like scrubs. The demo, like, I was like, damn, that looks like some high-level play there. That did not look like scrub play. So I'm assuming that's more a high-level play. I'm assuming people shouldn't be able to just do that out the gate. So it's a lot of risk. So the shield, if you shield and it's just empty, you're going to lose meter. So the game punishes you for using empty parries. So you can't just abuse it where you just just like unga bunga it all day and you're just going to get results. So we need to play it first. I mean, I can see the concern, but I think some people are exaggerating too much. I don't see it just as the move that's just going to ruin the game. I don't see that. We need to see how lax is the timing. Is it 1 frame? Is it 3 frames? Is it 2 frames? Is it just hold the button? Is it taps? We don't know. If those multi-hit parries are all you have to tap each hit, that might be difficult. But if it's just a hold, I could say, okay, this might actually be a little easier than I thought. So until we get our hands on the game in 2 weeks, we're just speculating. But it just seems like there's just a lot of negative talk about it. Like, I saw a lot of negatives about the parry mechanic. Like, a lot. People are, like, super, like, not happy with it. They said, dude, the parry looks so fucking brain dead. Parry looks boring. Parry looks like just answer to everything. Wake up, people are just, like, really anti-parry and anti-wake up Moondrive. Like, they're just like... I'm just like, dude... You don't know. How do you know? You don't know. You don't know how hard it is. It could be extremely difficult to do. It takes months of practice to get that good. You don't know how long these guys have been playing, the ones that are demoing it. They could be multi-blood gods of all we know. They could be multi-blood pro players that are ones demonstrating. We don't know that. If they are, then it's like, oh, now you don't say anything because the pros are doing it. Believe me, I'm not going to just sit there and button mash parry. But I will challenge pressure when I can, because if there's a reason to challenge it, like, hey, there might be a gap in the pressure. I could parry you to stop your pressure. So you respect my defense. Because you're like, oh, he actually knows what he's doing. But I guess people don't like that, apparently, because even if you look at high-level multi-blood play, you don't really see people use parry at all. I don't really see it at all. Very, very seldom you see parry. And it's hard to do. That's why you don't really see it, because it's too risky to do it. So people don't do it because it's too much risk. I mean, look at Strive. Nobody does instant guard, really, at all. Nobody does instant guard shielding because it's too difficult to do, and it's not worth doing. The benefit is little to no benefit. Why do it? And on top of that, it's 2 frames. It's like, okay, not only is it hard to do, it's not very useful. I'm sorry, but talk about the Guilty Gear Strive art. Man, Guilty Gear Strive's artwork is so like the box art is sleek, man. That shit is super sleek, dude. Like I look at the Guilty Gear Strive box art, and then you look at the Guilty Gear Rev 2 box art. Holy crap, what a difference! Like, just to show you the comparison. Like, Guilty Gear Rev. Just to show you the difference. So you guys see the difference. Hey, this look, like this is Strive's artwork. I'm like, it looks so boring. And then you look at Rev 2, it's like, dude, that looks hype as fuck, dude. Even Rev, like it looks way better. You look at Strive, it just looks so boring. Like this is so boring. It's so plain. Like it's almost representative of the game itself. The artwork is just so fucking boring. And then Rev just like yeah, you want to get fucking let's rock. Like you can like it looks fucking hype as shit, dude. Like it's not even the same league. Like the whole game, like in terms of like art style, like aesthetics, looks so tame. It has so much personality in Rev. And Strive is just like boring tuna, like just bland, ultra bland. You know, same thing with the UI. I mean, look at the Guilty Gear Strive UI. I mean, really, look at the UI. I mean, hell, this looks better. There's people that are making fan-made UIs, but you know, you look at the UI. Look at the UI. Like, just look how bland it looks. It's bland. Look, it just looks plain. And then you look at Guilty Gear Rev 2. Like, it's like holy fucking shit. Like, it's like you can't even like just look at how much personality there is. Look how look at the two. I mean, you can't sit there and tell me like fucking Strive looks better. Strive looks better. Like seriously, the models may look better, but the fucking UI looks like fucking trash, man. Okay, that's a UI. That looks fucking sick. That looks stylized. That looks clean. Looks really heavy. You know, the meters at the bottom look nice. The timer looks nice. The portraits look really nice with the chains around it. That looks fucking sick. But yeah, but Strive, man, it's like, wow, it looks so fucking plain and simplistic. Even the combo counter looks boring. It's just big. Like you look at this one, it's like, you know, the beats. It just looks nicer. It doesn't need to be fucking a gabillion, you know, size font 500 to make a point. Yeah, it's just amazing how you go from this to this. Like, where did you guys think that was a good idea? Like, really, guys? Where did you think that was a good idea? It's not even a contest. But it's like representative of the game itself. It's almost like they designed it all that way. The visuals, the gameplay are all designed around simplicity. Like it's intentional because people that they targeted for because Guilty Gear is too, I guess it's, I don't know, too metal or it's just too much. Look at even how the characters are designed. Like even look at the like here's a perfect example. Look at here. Let's look at Guilty Gear Rev 2 Soul or something. Like the art picture. You know, let's show you the. And I'm not a firm believer in less is better. See, look at, for example, look here's Soul. Like here. Okay, so that's Rev 2 Soul. I mean that's Strive Soul. And you look at Rev 2 Soul. And I'm thinking to myself, granted, it's not a huge difference, but you look how simple everything looks. Look at how simple. Very few buckles. There's so much less going on with this model. Where this one is like, damn, fucking guy looks metal as shit. Fucking buckles like crazy. Like, it looks a lot more hardcore. And you look at this one, it just looks very plain and simple. Like, they took all the fluff out. They just trimmed a lot of, I guess, the fat, I guess you can say. And it just doesn't, it's just, I guess it's its most simplest form. And it applies to, like, every character. You look at every character and it doesn't, the perfect example is May. I don't like May's new look that much. You know, that's May, that's Rev 2 May. And you go to, let's see, GG Strike May. You look at May. I do not like May's new look that much. I think she looks a lot better in previous design. New design, I don't know, I don't think it looks good. It doesn't, this looks, I think, more representative of Guilty Gear. Looks a lot more metal. You know, I like the buckle, I like the, it looks more like a pirate. She looks, in this one, she doesn't really look like a pirate without, if you took the hat off and you took the anchor, you wouldn't know she's a pirate. You really wouldn't. It just doesn't look like, you know, like the design is so simple. Yeah, it does. It looks like a generic anime girl with a hoodie. Like I said, take away the anchor and the hat, she just looks like an anime girl with a hoodie. You know, but this, you take away the anchor, she still looks like May. You know, even the hat, the whole costume has personality. Even the previous iterations look better. But yeah, this one just like, what did you do to her? And it's a representation of the gameplay. Simpling everything down. Because too complicated. It's too complicated. Complicated is bad, apparently. Yeah, I personally think Rev 2 has better overall UI and artwork. The only one, I'm trying to think, what character actually looks better in Strive? Ino looks alright. I don't mind Ino. Ino with the glasses looks pretty sexy. I will give it that one. I like Ino with the glasses. She looks pretty awesome with the glasses. It makes her look more mature. So I do like the fact that she's one of the few designs I like a lot that complements her growth as a character. So Kai looks clean. It's not as cool looking, but he looks clean. I still like Kai old school look better with Holy Order's Kai. I think he looks just badass with that outfit. Where in the new one, he kind of just looks like a distinguished gentleman, I guess. It's different, and I'll give it that. It's very different. But it looks simple, though. Also, even the theme song, like, Smell of the Game is nowhere near as good as Heavy Day. Heavy Day is way better. Clicking, what's Melia? Melia! It's a mix on that one. Like, it's good. I like some of Melia's changes. I like, it's definitely better than OG Melia. Melia, first one, even though it's classic, I actually liked her Exerd look, even though the hat looked kind of weird with that number on her head. It looks like, what is this, Mad Hatter shit? It's kind of weird, but I actually like the design in Exerd. But yeah, I think Heavy Day compared to what do you call it? I'm trying to think. Can't even think of the name of the song. It's how much I don't. This is how much I smell of the game is not. They're just not. I don't know. Have you heard both songs, Vix? Have you heard both openings for Guilty Gear? Guilty Gear Exert and Guilty Gear Strive? The songs. I'm assuming you've heard the soundtrack. Yes, no, maybe so. I'm asking if he's there. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think Exert. Okay, I'm gonna here. We're gonna listen to Guilty Gear music, and guys are gonna tell me. Here's a perfect example. We're gonna go there. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry, but I gotta call this song out. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call this song out. I just have to. I can't. I just can't with this song. We're gonna go there. Like, here. Like, we're gonna go there with these two songs just to see the difference. So, this is... Listen to May's theme. I think this song is the worst song for May. I don't know, like... But when the lyrics come in, I'm just like, what is this? Like, it's not a bad song. It's just not May. Like, it's not Guilty Gear. Like, it's not a bad song if you just listen to it as a song. But it's like, when I first heard this, I was like, what? This is not, to me, like, I don't know, this doesn't feel like Guilty Gear. This feels like another game. This feels like an anime opening. It just doesn't, I don't feel the essence of Guilty Gear in this song. She's not a pop idol. No, she's not. May is not a pop idol. No. No. Totally disagree with you on that one. Okay, so that's her song. Now you listen to her excerpt thing. I'm sorry, but you hear this and you're like, is there seriously any contest? Is there any contest? Like, seriously? You listen to these two side by side, I'm like, which one's better? This isn't even her best theme. This is a really good theme. I like Starry Story. It's really good. This feels like Guilty Gear. Like, when you hear this song, you're like, yeah, that's Guilty Gear right there. Like, you hear it. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. There you go. Well, and there's no question with this one, dude. no one's going to disagree with this. Best May song ever. No one is going to disagree with this one. This is absolute best May thing. Nothing beats this song. This is true Guilty Gear. Yeah, the songs are so fucking good. I remember when I first heard this on Guilty Gear X, I fucking was freaking my pants. I was like, holy crap, this is a girl's song? Like, this is so intense. It's so hype. You could totally fight to this. Yeah, like I said, this song is definitely in a league of its own. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, it's like, it goes, like, progressively, like, Blue Water, Blue Sky is number one. This one's good. Like, it's not bad. I wouldn't say this song is bad. This song's still really good. I still enjoy this song. This one is just like, we just went somewhere else, and I don't know where we went. Let's just completely disassociate from the game itself and just make it our own little thing. Like, I don't know, it just felt like such a departure from the character. Where it's just like, dude, the other two songs, at least you can feel May's energy. This one, it's just like, this is May's song? Really? I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling it. People will, like, think this is the best song in Guilty Gear, in the history of Guilty Gear, which I laugh in their face. I'm like, you're funny, sir. That's a fucking lie, and you know it. Anybody that sits there and says this is the best song in Guilty Gear, period, it needs to be shot. Because that's a fucking lie. Here's another one. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be honest too. You know, another song I was extremely disappointed with? Jacko. I did not like Jacko's theme. This one? I'm sorry, but I don't like this new song of Jacko. I think it's one of the worst songs. The lyrics might be cool and all, but I'm sorry, but this doesn't hold a candle to fucking Juno. When I first heard this, I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm sorry, but what is this? What is this? What is this? I'm sorry, God, what happened to her theme? Oh, God. They butchered her theme, dude. This isn't not fucking Jacko. I wouldn't even know this is Jacko if you let me hear it. What is this? Like, people are like, oh, best song ever, 10 out of 10. Bullshit. What is this? That's all I can say is, like, what is this? What is this song? What is this? I understand the lyrics. The lyrics might be good. Granted, I'm not talking about the lyrics. I'm just talking about the song itself. It just... I'm sorry. Just... No. Just no. Again, I don't mind it as a song by itself, But as a Guilty Gear song, no. No. This is, in my opinion, the worst song.
Comes a daredevil.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, Poinzer. Appreciate it. Yeah, seriously, this song is, I think, trash. I'll get to that in a minute. Now, listen to her original theme. It's like, this theme is so much better. This shit sounds so hype, dude. Like, it has, I feel the personality with it. It's like, it's not even a contest. Like, seriously, I don't know how you can think the new Jacko song's better than this one. This one is so much better. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Juno is a million times better than Perfection Can't Please Me. Perfection Can't Please Me is trash compared to Juno. I'm sorry. Juno just shits all over this song. It's not even a contest. So anybody that thinks this song is better than that's the original, I question you. I really do. You know what? Samurai, speaking of your question, I actually like Axel's theme. It's actually one of my favorites. Believe it or not. Out of the box, I actually like this song. But I do like... They're both good. I think an original song is fucking amazing too. Like all the Axel themes are pretty good. I have to give them all credit. They're all really good. Like I like them all. It fits Axel's personality. He's like a chill dude. This is probably my top 5. It still has that Axel feel to it. Like Axel's just a chill dude. This is such a chill song. Yeah, the vocals are nice. The vocals, I think, complement the song pretty damn well. Yeah, this song is really nice. Like, the vocals are nice, the beat's really catchy, and it feels like Guilty Gear. And you got the original, which is Slow Waker. This one's good too. I like this one a lot. Yeah, they're both. I like both like really close. They're both good songs. And of course, his X2 theme is really good too. Which is yeah, this song, Make Oneself, which is classic. Axel. And again, real classic. It's all good, man. These are all good songs, man. These three, it's like, okay, Axel, you're alright. You're alright. This is probably my favorite still. I think Exert 2 is the best thing. By a small margin. So yeah, this one definitely up there. But yeah, there's some songs like say are bad and some are great. I'm trying to think of another song that's like really contrasting. Okay, I don't have to argue with this one. I think Potemkin has gotten like exponentially better with each fucking Pokemon. Potemkin. Why I put Pokemon? We know he's a Pokemon. I'm thinking Pokemon. He's a Pokemon. Potemkin's a Pokemon. It's official. Everybody loves Pokemon Potemkin. Let's see. But yeah, his theme, I think, actually got even better with like each iteration. Like seriously. Like started off, I mean, Burly Heart's classic. But I think each Zato, I like Zato. Zato's good. They're all good. Yeah, Potemkins are all like really high. Like it's a 9 territory easy. He's headbanging. Yep. It's so fitting for the character. You just know he's a big brawling man that's just gonna fuck you up. And we got Engage. This is Engage. This is the next one. Like I said, all these songs are good. I love Potemkin's themes. They always hit home. Again, it's a good song. They're both good. And of course we got Armor-Clad Face. This is probably the best song in Strive. I think this is the #1 song in Strive. This has never changed for me. Ever since I heard this song, I was like, best song. Hands down, best song. Best song in Strive. Nothing touches this song except Kai's name. Answer was cool, but he wasn't popular enough. Oh, Kai. Kai is pretty banging. Society. Lyrics are so good. What's like, God, it sucks that you have such great music and it's just accommodated with such a mediocre game. That's what pisses me off the most. That's what pisses me off. It's like you have such stellar music, and it's just like, oh god, you have you have awesome songs in this game. And it's like, why does the game suck? Like this, like the only reason I put up with this game because I like the music. That's the only reason I put up with it. The music will keep. That's the only thing I really follow. Like it's like, oh, do you follow Strive? Yeah, for the music. That's the only reason. Yeah, it looks like all the work went into the music for the most part. Granted, some songs I told you felt really short, like Jacko's theme, and I personally don't like Ramlethal's either. I think Ramlethal's original theme is way better. I don't like her new theme. Yeah, but my least favorite by far is fucking Jacko's. That is my least favorite thing. When I first heard it, when I dumped it, I was like, yep, never listen to this again. Okay, that was one time. Yeah, I don't like Ramlethal's thing. My favorite themes are Potemkin, Kai, Amelia, Axel, Soul. Yeah, I think I'd say those top 5. Those are my top 5. But yeah, like as far as the bottom of the totem pole, yeah, that goes to Jacko. Jacko is by far the worst song in the game in terms of character names. Ram is pretty low for me too. It's like 3rd from the bottom. Maze is down there too. Like it's funny, most of the girls' themes I don't like. Amelia is the only one Amelia is like the only one I like. That's to me is a banger. Like I think Amelia is like my 4th best song. Like that's the only female song I like. I don't even care for Giovanna's that much either. Giovanna's alright. It's good, but it's not like anything amazing. Oh man, imagine if Biken's theme is a fucking girl singing it, and it sounds all happy and shit. I'd be like, what the fuck did you do to Biken, dude? Can you imagine that? Imagine hearing Biken's theme all butchered like that with a girl singing it. You can imagine how like I would feel so like just barf. What's up, Franz? No. Yeah, you're right. No, Love the Human Self is good. Love the Subhuman Self is one of my favorites. No, I'm not dissing Melia's theme. Melia, I think, it's the only good girl theme. Like, as far as the female vocal themes, Melia is the best. Hands down. It's not even a contest. But you compare it to every other girl theme, like May's, fucking, when I say girl, I mean vocalists, not actual female theme. But all the female themes with girl singers, Melia's is the only good one, in my opinion. I think Melia's stands out the most. The other ones just like, they just fucking fall flat on their ass. I did a tier list for the music, and I got fucking shot down so hard for it. People are like, "Oh man, like that song is lit. How can you say that song is bad?" I'm like, dude, the song is bad, man. Fucking Jacko's theme, man. May's is terrible. May's is the worst theme. May, again, worst Guilty Gear iteration of her theme to date. It is the worst. It is every other Guilty Gear May theme is good or amazing. That song just fell off the charts. And go, what happened to May? That's May. That's all you can say when you hear that's May's thing for real. Like that's all you can say. That is all you can say. It's more like disbelief more than anything. Like this is what May regressed to like a pop idol song. Like what? That's not May. Like hell, even I mean every May song, even OG May's theme, Unidentified Child. That song is fucking amazing. And then you listen to fucking Disaster of Passion, and you're just like, oh god. Oh, hurts my head. I hate people like that song. That stupid meme. People saying May's theme is the best song in the game. Like, you're so full of shit. You're so full of shit. If you think May is the best theme in the game, man, you're smoking crack. And not the good kind. You're smoking the worst crack possible. If you think May is the best theme in the game. But yeah, trust me, dude. Believe me, you don't gotta you preaching to the choir, man. I know what's up. I've played too much Guilty Gear to know what's good music. Hell, even the like the Korean OST, which was fucking amazing. Yeah, exactly. Like we were talking about that earlier. If you didn't, I don't think you saw us earlier talking about the character models. I don't like May's new look. May's new look looks so generic. She just looks like generic anime girl. Look at me, I'm cute anime girl with booty shorts. And I have an anchor. The only reason you know it's May is because of the anchor and the little hat. If you took the hat and the anchor away, you wouldn't know who that is. You're like, that's May? For real? Like it's such a departure from her design compared to her past iterations. It's such a rework that I don't like it. I think it's worse. I liked her old look better from Exerd. I think Exerd May looked way better. She looked like May. Yeah, Eno vocals seem off. Eno's vocal, like I like Eno's theme, but some of the vocals just don't seem right. Like, the song is pretty bitching. I like her song. Her song's pretty fucking wicked awesome. But it's just the lyrics just don't feel right. They feel like they're off. Like, they're just forced in a bad way. And it's like, some songs, at some parts, they sound cool. Other parts, it's like, I'm not feeling this too much. Don't feel right. Yeah, exactly. Like, it just looks like typical. Like, it doesn't look like Guilty Gear characters. Like, it's a lot of the redesigns. Like, I personally like Kai's old design better. You know which one design I don't like? You know which design I don't? I hate Chip. I hate Chip's new design. He looks like a Street Fighter character. I hate this design, dude. He looks so fucking ugh. Like, I'm sorry. His muscles are just over the fucking top. Like, I'm sorry. I don't like this. I think this design is a downgrade. I like Zerd Chip way better. Zerd Chip looks more ninja. I think I like the ninja. It's more cleaner. It's thinner. He just looks here. It's just like, why is he so fucking big? I don't get what the fuck. Why is he so big? And he's got this whole Akuma rope thing around his stomach. It looks kind of stupid. Like, it just doesn't look like Chip to me. It really doesn't. The muscles look fucking over the top. He's so fucking buff for no fucking reason. I don't like it. It makes him look, like, overly big. Like, he looks a lot more slender than the other one. I like the slender look better. I think he looks more it looks like a more clean ninja. This one, it just looks like, I don't know. I'm just not digging this style. I don't like the muscles. I think the muscles really throw it in the whack. And I don't like the rope around his stomach. It just looks really exaggerated. I don't know. He just looks like a Street Fighter character to me with the big feet and the big legs and the big arms. He's just enormous for his size. I just don't like it. I think it's a downgrade. Most of the designs I'm either impartial to or just kind of like whatever. There's no design in Strive where I'm like, oh my fucking god, this thing is like lit as shit. Like the only one I would say is like alternatively better is Eno, because I do like Eno with glasses. Eno with glasses looks pretty awesome. I like Eno's glasses. Like, she looks really mature and sexy. I will say the glasses were a nice touch. But yeah, dude. Like I said, it's just dumb. You know, there's just a lot of changes with Strive that I just don't agree with, and I think that's enough for themes. I'm actually gonna get going pretty soon. I gotta go to sleep. It's already 6:30. I should have been in bed like a half hour ago. I just got bit. No, it's cool talking to you guys. Like, it's nice to see you guys. Appreciate all the Guilty Gear culture. Soul seems pretty good. I like the bongo drums. It sounds interesting. Like, it's interesting. I will say I like it though. I like Soul. Soul is probably my lowest in the top 6 themes. He's probably my 6th favorite. He's up there though. I like Soul's theme, but it doesn't beat fucking his original theme. It fucking Guilty Gear XX theme is fucking lit as shit. You can't beat that. That's OG Soul. Soul is a gorilla. Yes, he is. He is super gorilla. But yeah, I think the bongo drums were actually a nice compliment. It actually sounds pretty good. It still feels like Guilty Gear. It's a nice little touch, and I do like it. So yeah, his theme is pretty lit. And I have no problem with Soul's theme. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely a good theme. So But anywho, Foinzer, Samurai, thanks for watching. I need to get to sleep, unfortunately. I did not sleep good last night, so I want to get at least 8 hours sleep because I gotta run some errands before I start work. But thanks for watching, both of you guys and everybody else. Yeah, Kai is this fucking disgusting. Like that shit's fucking god tier. That's like my second favorite song is Kai's theme. That song is fucking lit as shit. But yeah. Anywho's, Foinzer, Samurai, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Just the usual. We'll watch the trailer. Oh yeah, they're gonna show two things tomorrow. They're gonna show the new trailer for the new character. I'll be showing that, and they'll be showing new video footage. I think for Little Witch Nobita. I think they're gonna show a live stream of it tomorrow of the new gameplay. So I'm probably gonna stream that because I want to see it. It's supposedly there's something. I think there's something going on tomorrow. I saw an announcement in Japanese, so I definitely want to check that out. So, anywho, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys later. You guys take care. Have a good night. Peace out.